And I've just come to the first, usually small creek crossing, but after all the recent weeks of heavy rain, as you can see, it looks like it's very, very deep. Well, not very deep, but probably will go above my knees, I'd say. So I've got to do this one first, and then that one over there is the normal one that I'd do. Looks like they've had quite a fair bit of water through here. I hope my trail cam's still okay. It was on the upper side of the bank, but I'm just hoping it was far enough up that with all the water runoff it didn't get washed away. Well, I was preparing for a bit of water, so I actually put bread bags over my socks and in my boots, but that's probably not going to work really because it's quite deep. I'll have to be careful with my footing because I've also got my Yowie care package there. I'll show you the contents of that one later on, but I've got a few little goodies for them. Let's push on. So here we are back at Skull Camp. It's changed a bit since I was last here. A bit more greenery. Well, after that dunk in the water on the first river crossing, my phone's cactus, so I'm hoping it'll dry out. My little hanging hook is still there from last time, so I'm putting that to good use. Yowie care package. So I'm going to head down this way and see about retrieving, hopefully, the trail cam. Hopefully it hasn't been washed away with all the rain. There's quite a lot of water here compared to last time, quite a few bigger rock pools. Alrighty, camera off, and let's go get the trail cam. Made it to the destination where the trail cam was. It's quite a bit more water than last time, obviously, with all the rain. And I can breathe a big, big sigh of relief. Dun dun dun! It was there! Yay! Didn't get washed away! So I'm looking forward to seeing what I've captured on the SD card. Hopefully got something. Just thought I'd show you this little thing. It's a cute looking little tree. I think I might take a photo of that one. Morning! Well, it's quite a cold night last night. There was zero cloud cover. I could see the stars quite clearly. It was a little bit chilly. And to give you an idea how bad the mosquitoes were, I didn't even bother setting up the chair last night. I just sat on a rock and ate my dinner quite quickly, because the mosquitoes, you might even see them buzzing around now, they could actually eat through my thermals. They were biting me through my thermals. So I'll give you a quick little tour. I have already been to this destination. You might have already seen it in some of my other videos. You might even hear the mosquitoes buzzing around. So I've got my socks and shoes drying out there, and my mobile phone's still dead. So I've got that facing the sun, trying to catch as much sun as possible. And I've got the black side facing up to generate some heat. I ended up putting the Yowie care package on the little tub with the other items, so I'll be giving them to the Yowies in the care package spot today. I'll go and check the other one and then exchange some goods, unless they've already taken some. Got my pants hanging there out, trying to dry. There's the sleeping quarters. My little buddy's in there snoozing still. He doesn't want to get up. He had a cold night. He said he wants to sleep in a little bit more. I'm still waiting for the pole from E-Troll. Apparently they sent it, but it got lost on the wrong plane. And they did actually say that they're going to exchange a whole new hammock setup instead of the pole, which would be nice. So I'll let you know how that one goes. If they do, that's a very nice gesture, and I'll be thanking them greatly. It's turning out to be a nice, beautiful morning. A little bit of cloud rolling through. But for now, it's time to boil some water and have some breakfast and a coffee. I've just boiled some water and I'm just waiting for that to cool down before I have a nice big drink of water before I go and do the Yowie gifting package. I thought I'd show you some video of the items that I'm going to give them this time in exchange for the ones that I left. I don't know if they're still there, we'll find out. It's been 3.5 months. So like before, I'm going to give them 2 brand new tennis balls. I'm also going to give them half a bag of dehydrated banana chips. I'm going to let them hopefully enjoy a nice squeezy tub of Vegemite. That'll be an interesting flavour for them. The other thing I'm going to give them is a little portable light switch with some battery operated light switch. So if they find that they've got some portable light they can take with them. Just runs on 3 AAA batteries. I'm also going to set up a little solar LED light. I'll face it in the right direction with the sun, and actually when the night time comes it'll illuminate this little gifting area, so if there are any Yowies in the proximity they'll see that light and hopefully come over and investigate it. I'll put it all in this little plastic tub with a screw top lid, so it's all waterproof. And then the other little goodie that I'm going to give them is some nice hazelnut chocolate. But the only problem is my little buddy found it before I anticipated him, and he's gone and got stuck into it. Cheeky little bugger. Now he's disappeared to digest his meal. He just couldn't wait, could he? Hey? He just couldn't wait. I'll leave you to it. Well, here I am at destination gifting spot. I managed to find it okay, and everything is still here, intact. A little bit weathered, but intact. I'll show you. There's the trees formation that I made, so it was hopefully visible for them. And then down here, the bottle of water, a couple of tennis balls, very, very weathered. I found this laminated photo a little bit further down the hill, so it must have got washed away in the rain. Hopefully these are dry. Oh no, they're a bit wet. So I'm going to have to dry them out. But apart from that, everything's still intact. I'll get rid of these things. So I'll be taking this container back home and exchanging it for the other one. But in the meantime, I'm going to have to dry out that little teddy. I think this is where I'll still leave everything, because I did see some good tree breaks further up the hill. I came down through there. Yeah, I saw a few more tree breaks as evidence. And then what I'm going to do is, I forgot my screwdriver, so I've cut a little nook in the plastic of the solar light, and I'm just going to strap it to a tree branch with some rope, and that'll provide a bit of light. So I'll give you a bit of a video once all that's set up. But in the meantime, I'm going to chuck that little fella in the sun, let him dry out so he doesn't get mould, and I'll check back in with you later. The structure is ready to rock and roll. Just got to do a few little finishing touches, like putting the batteries into the light, but they can be done easily. I've also got my little site supervisor on the job and his new best mate, who he'll be saying goodbye to in a few minutes, but they've both signed off to say it's Yowie legit and slicing Sasquatch approved. So I wanted to make this clearly visible from a distance and combine that with the solar panel light. It should, if there are any Yowies in this area, it should attract them. So this should engage their curiosity if they do happen to pass through this area. So I've got my little buddy there who signed it off, and his mate. I didn't have a screwdriver, so I just had to improvise and cut a little nick in the plastic housing and then use some string. But you've got the solar panel there, and then the little LED light there, which should shine downwards. So any Yowies coming down from the ridge below, behind me, should be able to clearly see that, as well as all this tree structure. And hopefully their curiosity will catch them, and they'll come over and inspect the tub and get the water. Slicing Sasquatch out. Almost about to come up to the big creek crossing, contemplating whether or not to take off my pants and my shoes and cross it barefoot, depending on how high the water level is. Oh, CNC. And here we are at my favourite spot, not. As you can see in a second, the water's still flowing quite firmly. It's actually quite deep through there. I was surprised when I stepped in there on the way through. It went almost up to my hips before I had a tumble on a rock and fell down on my knee. So I'm going to try and ascertain a different crossing point. Maybe I'll find one down there. Time to scooch on down and have a look. So I just want to give you an idea of how much water's been through here in the last few weeks, because I'm standing on a sandbank right up on the far side that used to be shrubbery and bush, and as you'll see in a second, it's all been pushed over. So you can tell by the debris in the trees there. And then this here, I'm about easily a metre above the water level there. This has all been pushed over, right back to there. And you can see where the green foliage is sort of undamaged, and then what was pushed over. There's another little tributary that comes in there, and there's a little steep drop off just down there. So I've just come through there trying to scout out a new track. I'd like to get over that side there and see if I can cross, maybe utilise some trees. So this is the first pre-creek, and then you've got the big fast flowing one up the back. See you on the other side. So much for my dry equipment. Got a little mini rapid down there. And the rocks are mighty slippery. Oh, job done. That wasn't anywhere near as bad as going in. And fade away.